Thank you. OK, let's move on to Helen. Helen, what's your question?
When your government closes the independent living fund next month, it will leave me and 17,000 others severely disabled people fearing for our independence, and we fear it will be lost forever. Local authorities are not prepared, and our lives are already becoming a postcode lottery. What's going to happen to me?
Well, first of all, I want to give you a very specific assurance. We are not going to shut the Independent Living Fund. What we're doing is transferring all the money, no cuts in this part of our government budget, all of the money to the local authority, because we think local authorities are much closer to communities. They're better able to understand your needs, what you need to live independently in the community. So I'm not cutting the funding, but I am transferring it to the local authority. And I'm also making sure that your specific case, like all your other people who claim for the fund, there is a specific case passed individually to each authority, so you can't get lost in the cracks as it's passed from one national government to local government. But I think it will mean that you get a better, more local service. And too much of this country is run from London. You know, too many of the services that you depend on are run from Whitehall. They should be run locally so they know where you live, the community you live in, your needs, and that's my assurance to you.
With all due respect, I understand that this money isn't going to be ring-fenced at all, and this money, extra money, will only be available till April next year. What happens after that?
Well, first of all, it is now given specifically to the authority, and pound for pound, it will be handed to the authority, and they will be, we will demand that they spend it on you. Going forward, there are no government budgets in later years, but this is such an important fund because I believe passionately that disabled people should be able to lead independent lives. That's the whole basis of the reforms we brought in to things like personal independence payments. So you have my assurance that we will be able to include it in the budgets going forward. It's our